Hi, welcome to Hungry Nordic. I'm Amanda. Exciting news! October 25th, I'm going to do my first ever live webinar. I'm going to talk about how to manage social interactions with a dietary restriction. People are getting together for fall parties, especially with Halloween, and then all the holidays coming up soon. There's bound to be questions coming up about how to handle dietary restrictions in social gatherings. The registration is going to be showing up soon. Get on my subscribers list in order to be one of the first people to know about it. Today I'm going to tell you about a book. I'll show you, I'm opening it up, and talk about conversions. A couple months ago I set out to make some conversions reference sheets that you could print out and keep in your kitchen. And some of it went fine, but oh my gosh, the pound is confounding. It's so hard for me to give up. I hate giving up, but I need to just give up. And it was because of a note in the back of this book. So what's this book? Fine Press's The Nordic Cookbook by Magnus Nilsson. Love this book so much, and I'm so excited to be able to share a few of the recipes out of here with you. Let's open it up. I already read quite a bit of it because I borrowed it from the library. It's a fantastic book, so much so that even though I've been on a hiatus from buying books because I buy too many books if I'm not careful, this one I decided I had to buy. It has recipes from all the Nordic countries. It is compendious. There's a brief history of Nordic cuisine, how to use the book, and then a whole list of sections from eggs and dairy and vegetables to blood and offal, all the way down to jams, cordials, sweet soups and drinks. I just skipped a whole bunch of sections, so much cool stuff. Oh, marine mammals and seafood. I personally have not worked with cooking any marine mammals. I don't know if I will. Interesting though, fascinating aspects of Nordic culture. Glossary deck's very useful. I keep on turning to it. Just turn to the chocolate section. That's how I found the chocolate balls recipe right off the bat. You know me, I love chocolate. Oh, as I'm flipping through here, I have to pause and show you these photographs that the author took are just a wonderful addition that really set the tone for the whole book. Another reason. It's just one of those little touches. And the book is really well made. The copy that I had from the library had obviously been in a few kitchens and it was holding up great. Here we go. It gives an introduction to what split pea soup is about, why these countries in the Nordic areas use split pea soup, and a little bit about the different variations. And here is the split pea soup base recipe. How to make split pea soup in general, followed by the specifics. Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. That's my favorite, of course. Finland, Faroe Islands, and Iceland. So it's really interesting just from the information standpoint of being able to see how they do split pea soup in these different countries. Maybe one variation doesn't work for you, but the others do. That gives you so many options, and it teaches you about how you can use different variations. So it'll give you some ideas to store up for future reference, in addition to a recipe with a variation that you can use right now. It's a great thing to look for when you're looking at cookbooks and you've got an allergy to deal with. First recipe I shared out of this was chocolate oatmeal balls. Have you watched it yet? Go look. In the back here was a note that made me stop and reconsider my endeavor to have a comprehensive list of conversions. Both metric and imperial measures are used in this book. Follow one set of measurements throughout, not a mixture, as they are not interchangeable. And I thought about what I've been seeing as I've been trying to convert metric and imperial measurements and put them onto a handy reference sheet. They don't convert very cleanly. And not only do they not convert very cleanly, like who has a 1/16 measure on hand of anything? On top of that, The pound means a different thing in different countries. Did you know this? I did not know this. So 1 pound in some European countries means 500 grams. But the pound in the US is a different measurement that I can't remember off the top of my head because it's an oddball number. So if you're waiting for my reference sheet, I'm terribly sorry. What I am going to do is I'm going to continue to give recipes with ratios as often as I can. Like, for example, you make rice. It's usually 1 part rice to 2 parts water. And if I'm giving actual measurements, I'm going to try to break out my scale and use my scale as often as possible because it is more consistent to convert a weight measurement from one measurement system to another. One more thing, I will put some links to some of the useful online measurements converters that I found. There's plenty out there. Okay, one other trick, if you do have a measuring cup that you can write on with a Sharpie, I was always forgetting how many pints in a quart, so I just wrote on here 1 pint, 1 quart. All right, I hope to see you October 25th at my first webinar. Get on the email subscribers list to be the first to know when I've got the registration page set up. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Hey da. My cat is going nuts right now. So the wrapper off of the book, my cat wants it so much. She'll be okay. And make sure that it's just as easy and seamless as possible. Oh, she's going so crazy, so crazy. Oh, kitty. Are you all right? Did I mention I love this book? I think I've said that like 15 times now, but it's true.